It's raining cats and dogs in Delhi. Yes, it's October. Go figure. Maybe blame global warming. But something similar has been happening in the Indian automobile market with subcompact SUVs. We have seen the Hyundai Venue, we have seen the Kia Sonet, and even the Tatas have experienced a lot of success with the Nexon and the Nexon EV. And now the Tatas are ready to up the ante. They are ready to throw around some punches with a new category, a micro SUV like this bad boy, the Tata Punch, which will go right up against the likes of the Ignis, the Kwid, and the Espresso. But what I am really interested in is the tech inside this car, and I'm really hoping the tech is similar to the Delhi weather out here. It's raining tech out here. So that's why it's time to punch in a car and bike tech check. The Punch has all the basics covered in terms of tech. You get reverse parking cameras and sensors, an infotainment system that supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and even rudimentary connected car support as well. The regular models get a 4-inch screen, which is really tiny even by smartphone standards, but the higher end models get a more robust solution. It's raining out here, so we are quite tucked into the Punch. And that means it's a great opportunity to enjoy the infotainment system on this car. And you get this infotainment system out here from Harman. It is basically the same thing that you get on the Altras. 7-inch panel. It's positioned quite nicely. It's not the largest screen that I've seen on a car, but my main quibble is its responsiveness. It's got this kind of coarse matte-like finish which is not great to touch, and then the animations are kind of laggard, so it's not the most responsive interface. Though you do get conveniences like Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wired, and you also get 4 speakers and 2 tweeters. Overall, technically 6 speakers. They sound pretty decent. They'll get the job done, and that's what is good about this car, because you are getting all the basic amenities. You also get 4 themes for the 7-inch screen: Zen, Zeal, Zest, and User, which change the background with different colors, and that's pretty cool. Tata has provided an assortment of controls on the steering wheel, which provide tactile feedback. The car also comes with a nice rear camera with grid lines that makes parking easy, which means it is more or less offering more than the competition. You get this instrument cluster out here. It's kind of a hybrid experience. Half of it is virtual and half of it has got a pretty standard issue speedometer. It's pretty nice, it's basic, gets the job done. The screen is particularly clear, so that's nice. Other than that, you get one USB port, a USB Type A port, so the old school port. You also get some telematics information, and yes, this car also supports connected car technology thanks to Tata's Aira system. The Aira connected car stack is part of the additional Aira package, and it is not there on the entry-level variants, which have the smaller 4-inch screen. The rain is gone, but the Punch is not going anywhere. Seems like it is the time of the Tata Punch, and it offers a lot of tech, covers all the basics in a pretty lavish way, and it will keep most techies quite happy. But at the end of the day, the real differentiation is going to come from the way the car drives, and that experience is going to be revealed by Shams and Siddharth.